This is episode 2 of the Rock Show. You ready? Let's start the show. This is premiere week for the Rock Show. She'll be having a new show every day for the next 7 days, so I hope you like and subscribe and tune in. But let's move on to our first segment of the day, news.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Alright, in our first segment of news today, it was announced that Beyonce is doing the Super Bowl halftime show. I honestly think it's about time we have someone that does it that doesn't have the AARP card. And yes, I know the Black Eyed Peas did it a couple years ago, but I honestly think it wasn't that good considering you needed Slash and other people to come in and help you, and it still wasn't even that great. So I'm very excited to see it, and I hope she honestly brings Jay-Z up, because I really like Jay-Z and I would love to see him perform. And our second piece of news today is R. Kelly announced in a recent interview with Time magazine that he shot another 20 chapters of the Trapped in the Closet series. That series is a little old to me, and I honestly think it's overdone. If you have not seen the South Park episode making fun of it, though, I definitely recommend it. But he said in the interview, "We just shot 20 chapters. They'll be coming out the day after Thanksgiving. Trapped in the Closet is forever. I've got like hundreds of chapters to come." And honestly, I watched about the first 5, and I said, this is getting a little redundant. How long can you be trapped in the damn closet? So, I'm not going to watch them. You can if you want. If you do, let me know how they... And plus, what does he do in there? Pee on girls? Aw, too soon, too bad. Alright, it's time for our last segment of the day. I know this is a music show, and you've also noticed that I had a little bit of a hat change. Go Cardinals. But anyway... here locally, there's been some sports stories that have really angered me because people have had some very bad thoughts and sports fans have been acting very irrationally lately. And I know, yes, some of you Atlanta Braves viewers probably hate me right now due to my hat, but it's not my fault. I didn't call the infield fly. But anyway, here we go. Our first story of the day is from a couple weeks ago when Chiefs quarterback Matt Castle was knocked out of a game with a concussion, and supposedly 70,000 people cheered his being knocked out. Here's Chiefs offensive tackle Eric Winston on his thoughts on the issue.
We are athletes, okay? We are athletes. We're not gladiators. This isn't the Roman Coliseum. People pay their money, hard-earned money, to come in here, and I believe they can boo, they can cheer, they can do whatever they want, because I believe that. Hey, we're lucky to play this game, a game, to come in here, and people, it's hard economic times, and they still pay the money to do this, okay? But when somebody gets hurt, there are long-lasting ramifications to the game we play. Long-lasting ramifications to the game we play. All right? I've already kind of come to the understanding I probably won't live as long because I play this game. And that's okay. That's the choice I've made. That's a choice all of us has made. But when you cheer somebody getting knocked out, I don't care who it is, and it just so happened to be Matt Castle. It's sickening. It's 100% sickening. And I've never, ever, and I've been in some rough times on some rough teams, I've never been more embarrassed in my life to play football than in that moment.
I honestly agree with everything he says. I thought it was a little bit cold-hearted cheering for someone who just got knocked out of a game with a serious head injury. It's not like he tore his ACL or anything where he could just get up and be fine in a month or a year or so. Excuse me. It's a head injury. That could affect him for the rest of his life, and that's very inconsiderate to be cheering like that. Our second point of news today is from a couple weeks ago that I just previously mentioned. The Atlanta Braves St. Louis Cardinals game where a controversial infield fly rule was called, and Atlanta fans considered that an excuse to throw trash all over the field. Here's the video of that for those of you who have not seen it.
Simmons, fly ball shallow left. Back is Cosma. He'll take it. He'll call. Oh, it's going to drop. It falls. Miscommunication. And the bases are loaded, and Bonds can't believe it.
This crowd has been crazy. This crowd's been crazy all night. I wonder if it affected their communication.
They're calling it an infield fly rule. One umpire did. That's why Freddie Gonzalez is out. Well, this is a huge call here.
Embarrassing for Atlanta fans. Chipper Jones's maybe last game in Atlanta Braves uniform. This is what we see. A game-changing decision by Sam Holbrook here as Andrelton Simmons pops it up, but it's deep. It's in the left field. The left field umpire raises the finger.
Wow.
Flag. It was
late. Very late decision, too.
As someone who was watching that game live on television, I honestly thought that was a dumb move by you guys in Atlanta. I also thought it was also embarrassing. I also agree with the announcer. It was very embarrassing to your city. That is not passion, despite what most of you say. Passion, if it was passion, you wouldn't have delayed the game 20 minutes and killed all the momentum you guys had. Keep in mind, you had the bases loaded with 1 out, down 3 runs, I do believe. I don't really remember exactly, but I think it was 3 runs. And you were getting base hits off the pitcher, and we had no way of stopping you, and you threw the trash all over the field, which gave us time to regroup and bring in our closer, Jason Mott, to close you out. Plus, let me go on a little rant about Chipper here. This guy played 19 seasons for you guys, and you can't even give him a standing ovation because you're too busy throwing beer bottles on the field? Are you kidding me? And don't give me the excuse that it's a loss, because Reggie Miller, his last game of the Pacers, yeah, we lost to the Pistons in the second round of the playoffs, and he still got a standing ovation when he left the floor. You embarrassed him. You didn't even let him get a standing ovation at his last game in the Major League career after he played 19 seasons for you guys. And you want to say that's passion? Don't give me that. The last and final sports rant of the day, again, happens to be involving my St. Louis Cardinals. A controversial slide by Matt Holliday in Game 2 of the National Championship League Series has caused some debate between fans of the New York and St. Louis area. Was it a dirty play or was it not? I honestly think it was kind of dirtyish, but I'm not going to put that tag on my boy Holliday because he comes up with some clutch hits and I can't do that. But it was a little over-excessive. He didn't need to take him out, but I understand why he did it. You guys don't know about the heat of the game. You don't know. Keep in mind, these guys have played almost 170 games, so they don't really want to lose. But here's the video of that, as you can decide for yourself, and I'll come back on my thoughts even more. I've heard some people say, is there any way we can take this out of baseball? I don't really know how you can. What are you going to do, throw the guy out of the game? How do you know that was a malicious slide? You don't. So therefore, I know this sounds like a very biased opinion, but I did say it was kind of a dirty play. And I know all you Atlanta fans are going to hate me, but keep in mind this is just my opinion. I'm just one guy. I don't influence the whole nation. So please, if you do have any problems, hit me up on Twitter or Facebook, Mr. DJ_Z, or the Rock Show page on Facebook, and we'll let you know. You can lay your opinions on me. I'll take them. I'm a man. I'm 21 years old. And as most of you know, also I'm an avid Colts and Pacers fan. So, yes, I know Andrew Luck had a bad week last weekend, and Sean Green ran all over us, but I don't want to talk about that. But if you put it on Twitter, I guess I will. So, again, just hit us up on the Rock Show podcast on Facebook or at Twitter, Mr. DJ_Z. I am Zach Garrett, and you have just been rocked. Deuces.